up, guys? This is Michael Morbid Media. The other day I did a vlog for offering tips for new YouTube beginners, people who just starting out on YouTube. I guess I'm going to make a little series of them for the time being, because I know how difficult it is to get started on YouTube. It was a real struggle for me. Had to do it by myself. And the tips I gave you the other day was one thing, but now I'm going to teach you how to do basic video editing. It's not necessary, but it is important if you really want to make money on YouTube. So stay tuned. Okay, now there's a video editing app that I've been using. A lot of people like to use video editing softwares, which is great. You use them on your PC if you're really into computers that good. I know the basics of computers, but I started off using an app on my phone called KineMaster Pro. I've used many of them. There's lots of them available. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them ain't worth a shit. But the one that I'm using is great. You got the free version and you have the paid version. And the paid version, it's only $5 a month. It's a subscription, and which really is not much at all. It depends on your budget, but it works great. And it's just like a pro video editor you would have to buy the software for to put in your PC. It doesn't have all the features that those have, but it has a good fraction of them. And just using your smartphone, you can get a lot done. You'd be really surprised. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, now I have my phone right here. It is the Galaxy Note 5, and I'm actually going to use the S Pen to navigate on my screen so my fat beefy fingers doesn't get in the way or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Play Store, because that's where you're going to find the app. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on Play Store. So I think it is available on Apple Store. I'm not really sure, but I know for sure it's available on Android. And here we are on Play Store, and I don't know if you can see it, but I got KineMaster right here, and I just select that. It's already installed on my phone and stuff, but it's actually right up here on the top. It's right there, KineMaster Pro Video. Okay, and they have the free version and the pro version, or the paid version, and I have the paid version. Okay, the pro version looks exactly the same. It just doesn't have pro on it, just KineMaster Video. And now we're just going to open it, and we're going to get straight into it. Now, as soon as it opens up, it actually takes it into landscape mode. So you'll have to tilt your phone into landscape in order to use this editor. I've used other editors where it allows you to do it in portrait mode, but I prefer to keep mine in landscape. So anyways, when you first open the app, it's going to show you this. All these right here are actually the videos that I've done already. That are actually installed. That's in my phone. That's already uploaded. And right here is when you start a new project. You select that. Then you have other options down here like settings and about and such. Just select this right here, that little cross, and it'll take you to this menu right here, which is get started or skip. What skip means is to actually just do everything manually, which is what I do. I don't use any of their filter or their pre-installed themes and stuff. Well, that's what it does. It takes you, for beginners. That's mostly what it's for, but I'm already past all that. So if you're a beginner, you want to use Get Started. It'll start off taking you to a thing to put a title and a beginning, middle, and end title, and to select a theme and all that, which I'm not going to get into. I'm going to teach you how to do this manually, because you can do a lot more with it. So I'm going to select Skip. Now it opens up the timeline, or the app itself, and right over here you're gonna notice it says media browser. I'm trying to get this to focus. I don't know how well it's focusing, but anyways, you go right here where it says media browser, and you select that, and it'll open up all your videos and pictures and everything you have. and you just select whatever you want. You can put pictures, you can put videos, whatever. I already have this video actually pre-done up to a certain point. I have the intro and the music in that part already selected. All I gotta do is put the video in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and actually, this is a new video. I apologize. The one that I'm doing now is done, but I'm actually doing something as show you a sample. So I'm gonna go ahead and start just adding videos. These are some videos that I already done right here. Okay, so anyways, so I'm gonna select just any video. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. I hate it that my GoPro is not focusing properly. But anyway, so now the video I just selected, it's down here on the timeline. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select another video. I'm gonna turn this light on over here so you can see a little bit. And I'm gonna select just this video, and that's it for now. Okay. Now this is my intro that I do into all my videos. This was already one that I've done. So as soon as I start playing it, it already has that video there. I already have that pre-done. But anyway, so you can pretty much do whatever you want on this timeline. You can trim it, cut it. Trimming and cutting is probably the most important thing in video editing. That is the pure basics. So let's say if I'm going to go ahead and randomly select a spot to trim. So I actually will select this timeline right here. It's outlined in red. Now look at this line right here, this vertical line. That's actually the playhead. The playhead is the most important thing you want to pay attention to no matter what you're doing in video editing, because that's exactly where everything's going to happen when you're doing your editing, and that's where the playhead's at, and especially when it comes to trimming and cutting and splitting and all that stuff. So now that I select that timeline, right over here to the right, you're going to see a list of options. And you have rotating and mirroring, trimming and split, clip effects, video cropping, which is almost like zooming, volume, speed control, color filter, color adjustment, and volume envelope. I don't mess with the volume envelope. I don't have any use for that. So anyways, right now we're going to do the trimming. So I select trim right here, and then another list of options pop up, and it's actually the different trimming options. So you got trim to the left of playhead, trim to the right of playhead, split at playhead, extract audio, split and insert freeze frame, which I have used a time or two, but I don't use often, and I'll probably use them more often. We're gonna go ahead and just hit split at playhead, which like I told you right here, where the yellow and red line is, the vertical line is the playhead. So no matter where I move the line, the video, you can see the timeline is still there. It just stays there. Okay, so I'm gonna put the timeline right here where the light part of the video is split from the dark part of the video. I'm gonna select it again, trim, and then I'm gonna split at playhead right here. Okay, and then hit OK. There's a little check mark. You can hit OK, let you know that you're done with what you're doing there. Now the video is split. Now that you can put a transition there if you want. And I guess we'll go ahead and just jump into transitions for a second. And you just select a little spot where a transition should go, and it gives you a list of all these different transitions to choose from. You can select them, and if you don't like certain ones, you can try another one and another one, and until you find the one you want. When you want to opt out of it, or if you select the wrong one and you don't know how to get out of it, all you got to do is just go over here and select this little half circle thing that looks like a arrow. And you select that, and it'll actually undo what you just did. So it's like erasing what you did. So you don't have to worry about mistakes, because mistakes are going to be made sometimes. In fact, I still make mistakes sometimes. So anyways, but I'm not putting a transition yet, so I'm just going to hit OK just to get out of that for a moment. Okay, now that's how you split a video. Now I'm going to find another spot that we're going to trim, and I'm going to do it like right about here. And I'm gonna just touch the timeline so it opens up the options. And well, I thought it was gonna open. Hello, there you go. Okay, now the window's open. So now I'm gonna hit trim split again. Now you got trim to the left of playhead, and then trim to the right of playhead. Now, if you want to delete this whole scene right here to the left of the playhead, you can do that. You can hit trim to the left of playhead. If you do that, it'll completely cut this whole side off to the left of the playhead. So I'm going to select trim to the left of playhead, and now it's gone. So everything from the playhead to the right is still there. Okay, so now that we got that done, I'll hit OK, and I can move on to other stuff. And same thing when trimming to the right of the playhead. It's the same thing. You select that and it'll trim everything from the right of the playhead. Okay, so now I already showed you the basic trimming. Now I'm going to show you transitions. So now we're going to go back and we're going to select this little square right here. That's where the transitions go. You select that, and a list of options will pop up. And you got 3D transitions, you got classic transitions, fun transitions, picture-in-picture and multi-video transitions, presentation, text transitions, and themes. Alright, now I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'm just going to go ahead and start off with the ones that I use the most as the classic transitions. I don't like using all the crazy fancy 3D ones all the time because they can get old after a while. But the classic ones actually are always the best to use. So we're going to go to the classic and select that. And you got 3 to choose from. You have crossfade, fade through color, and zoom out. Zoom out and crossfade look very similar, only the video zooms out as it fades away, so it's very similar. But anyways, I'm gonna select crossfade and show you what it looks like, because it'll automatically pop up on the screen what it looks like when it does the crossfade. You see that? See how it just gradually transitions to the next side? Okay, that's crossfade. Fade through color is different. It's not quite as attractive as crossfade, but it is what it is. I don't ever use that. I use the crossfade and zoom out the most. Alright, now we're going to try zoom out. Select that. See how similar it is to the crossfade? So it zooms forward as it's, you know, so it's really, really cool. I use that one a lot. Alright, fun transitions, it's the same thing. You got circle wipe, and you have heart wipe. Then why don't they have butt wipe? Well, anyways, knock aside, you hit that. I just used that the other day. Mini circles, star wipe, and so forth. And plus you got all these other ones down here, but I'm not going to get into those, so I'm just going to leave that star transition for now, because I'm not doing anything in this video anyway. It's only for demonstration. Alright, now here you got layers. I don't really use the layers very often. I do sometimes, but they're there and they're available. I'm not going to get into that to this video because that's actually an advanced feature, and right now I'm only showing you the basics, so I can do that, answer your questions, and I can mention to you how to use it, or I can do another video, but I'm not doing that now. Another basic is audio, which is right here, and I create my own music using a music generator app called Music Maker Jam. I'm going to probably do that in another video that teach you how you can make your own music that's royalty free, so you don't have to worry about copyright strikes or content ID match or match third-party content or whatever they call it. Those things are YouTube will hit you with if you use other people's music. It doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be in trouble. It'll just mean that you won't be able to make any money off the video if the music belongs to somebody else. So anyways, you select audio right here, and then your music pops up. Now only on this phone, all I have is the music that I created. All my downloaded music is on an SD card somewhere else, or I'll use iHeartRadio for listening. But these are most of them are the music that I made, that I've created. Some of them are ringtones, and you select which one you want. So I'm just gonna randomly select anything. I'm gonna select my rave right here. That's one of my rave pieces I made. Now right here, you can play it just to test it out, or you can actually add it. That plus sign means to add it to the timeline, which is I'm not going to do yet. I'm going to play it first. So here we go. I'm going to hit the play button. Okay, so if I like that, I can just hit the plus sign and add it, or if I don't like it or don't want it, I can find another piece of music. So I'm going to go ahead and try another one. Here's Rebel Cam Underdog. So I'm going to select that, hit play. Okay, and if I like it, boom, and if I don't, I can just move on to the next. So I'm gonna find another one, and here's Sacred Ground. Yes, I give my music titles. Okay. Now I'm going to add that to the timeline just to demonstrate. So I'll hit add, and it actually popped up down here on the bottom, the green. That's the music on the timeline. So I'll hit OK. And so music, doing the editing for the music is same as the video. You just select the timeline that it's on, and you can actually move it. You can actually take this whole music timeline, put it wherever you want on the video timeline. So if I want to move it off to the left or go over here, I can just long press it like this and move it to over here. Okay. If I went too far, I can always long press it again and move it a little bit back. Okay. So if you wanted to start playing at any particular part of the video, that's when you can do. One thing I forgot to mention, if you want to make your videos quiet or turned down or turned up, go back to the timeline of the video or whatever video you want to do. You can do it to certain ones or certain parts. Well, I'm trying to select open. Hello. Okay. See where it says volume right here? You select volume, and this right here slider will let you increase the volume, or you can turn it down or turn it completely. Well, if you turn it off, all you do is hit this up here and it'll actually mute it, and there now will be no audio on that particular video clip. Only the music will play. Okay. So I'm going to undo what I just did and go back to the music. Well, same thing with the music. You select the timeline of the music right here, just tap it, and a list of options will open up. Now you can trim and split the music just like you can the video. Right here you got trim and split. You select that, and you can trim to the left of the playhead and trim to the right of the playhead, or split at playhead. Same thing as the videos, and has the same effect. So I'm not going to trim or split it because I already showed you how to do that in the video. It's the same concept. Whoops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to actually cancel it out of it. Anyways, I'm back where I was. So anyway, so select if you want to increase the volume of the music or turn it down, you open it up again where it says volume. You select volume, and just like the video, you slide up and down to turn up and turn down. You turn down all the way down to whatever decibels you want. And if you want to mute it, which I don't say why you want to do that, because you wouldn't have music to begin with, but you can mute it if you have to. Or if there's a part of the video that you want the music to be muted, you can do that. So going back, that's pretty much the basics with the trimming and stuff. As far as video cropping, that's like zooming in. Like if you have like the GoPro, an amazing camera, but it doesn't have zoom, you can actually take a certain part of the video and zoom it in. But that's a little complicated because you actually have to split the video into two parts and isolate this one piece of video, which I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Why not? Okay, like right here. Okay, right here. See where it changes? Well, I can split that right there, right where it transitions into scene to scene. And I'm going to come over here, hit trim, split at playhead, and go over here where the beginning of that scene is. See how where it changes from scene to scene? Well, I'm going to go right in the middle of that transition, and I'm going to do the same thing I just did over here. I'm going to trim, and I'm going to hit split at playhead. Now I isolated this fraction of video. Now if you go back and watch, it's still going to do the same thing. Watch. I'm going to play it. See, it's like it's not even there. So you don't even notice the split. Okay, so you don't really notice the split. But right here, we're going to go ahead and zoom this in using the cropping. So I'm going to select that timeline, that piece of the video, and hit video cropping. Now right here, look at this very closely. Right here you have the start position, and down here the end position. So I'm going to hit the start position. Well, for some reason it's hold on. It's showing something else that's not in the picture in the video. So let me adjust this. Hold on. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to move this timeline right here. Now I'm going to hit that again and open up the video cropping again. Well, for some reason it's not obeying my commands. But anyways, I'm going to zoom this in. See, I can move that piece of the video around. See how I can move it around? I can move it wherever I want. Okay, I'm putting it right back, but I'm going to, like you would on your phone, zoom it in like this. You have to take your fingers and do that. I'm going to zoom it in right there. And that's the start position. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to put it back where it was, and I'm actually going to make that the end position. I'm going to select right here and make this the end position right there. Okay, then hit OK. Now watch what happens. I'm going to play it, and you'll watch how it plays differently. See how it zooms in? I mean, it's not perfect because I know I could do better on that. I would have to work on that a little bit, but that's the idea of how that goes. So anyways, going back to the video, I'm going to see if there's something else I can show you before I finish this basic tutorial, because right now I'm only showing you the basics. Okay, I already showed you the video cropping, the trimming, showing the video. Clip effects is actually using text. I'm not getting into that. That's actually a little bit more advanced right now. I don't want to overwhelm you. And but I am going to show you something else though. That's a little easier and faster to explain. And that's speed control. You open this part right here, speed control. You can actually slow down or speed up the clip. It doesn't necessarily make it slow motion or like time-lapse type speed. It depends on the frame rate of your video, but you can accomplish that depending on frame rate. But this app only lets you edit videos at 30 frames per second. Unfortunately, I really hate that, but that's just the way this app is. But you can actually do time-lapse or slow motion on your own camera. A lot of the newer cameras have that option, so you don't have to worry about that. But anyways, you can speed it up by bringing this up just like the volume, and then it'll speed it up a little bit, or you can bring it all the way down or even completely down, and it'll almost make it like slow. Let me play it and see how it looks all the way down. So it does a little bit of a slow motion. Now I know that sounds funny, and that's because the audio slowed down with it, so I can mute that volume, mute. So now I'm going to go back to that and play it again with the audio muted on the video itself. So it does give it a nice little slow motion effect. Okay, so that's actually pretty awesome, because I've never tried to make it that low. Color filter right here, that's actually very basic. Right here you select color filter, you have all these different filters you can use. I don't really use them that much. I only used one recently, but they're there if you want them. A lot of times they're kind of overrated and not even necessary, but you can use them. They're there. You can. This is the one that's no filter, but you can change the filter. See how it changes the tint of the video? Right here. This is the one I used recently. Right here. I don't know the names of them. Here's a grayscale. I know that's great. Oh, actually that's negative, black and white negative. There's another one that's like a black and white negative. And then you got some that's black and white, some color, blue, red, and so on. I mean, they're just all kinds of different color effects. But anyways, so hit OK when you're happy with the one you want. Hit OK, and you're back on your timeline. Now the whole video is going to be green. Okay. So let me look through here. Color adjustment, you can just adjust the same color, whatever it may be, on the original video or on the filter, but I don't need to worry about that. But if you do open it up, you can adjust the brightness and the balance, like right here. See how it's a little darker? But these settings you don't really need to mess with too much. It's actually preset at a default, but if you absolutely have to use them, you sure can. But I'm leaving them back at their default. I don't really mess with those too much. You can also record your voice if you want to narrate your videos. It's probably better to use a microphone, but if you don't have one, I guess that's fine. But you just select that and you can record your voice. If you want to add pictures in between certain transitions or whatever, you just go up here, open media, and add whatever picture you want. It doesn't matter which one. I just select this one of my drone and hit OK. So right here on this timeline, I'm going to play it and it'll pop up. So now that picture's in there. So anyways, this is just a sample video. I know this is not neat work that I'm doing, but it's just to give you an idea how it operates. Over here is you can actually add themes if you want. I don't use themes. There's a whole bunch of themes available on their little theme store. I don't use them, but you can if you want. And the themes that they have are actually, most of them you have to download. These three right here are actually pre-installed, but the rest of them you actually have to download. I don't like them. Most of them are childish and ridiculous, and I don't care for any of them. But for those who do like them and want them, they're there and available for you. I think most of them are free. There may be a few you have to pay for. I'm not sure. I've never actually checked, but they're there if you want them. And I just don't mess with them. They're just not worth my time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And over here, there's some more navigation tools. That's a little thing you can actually go to the beginning of the video or to the end. So you select that, it shoots all the way to the beginning. So you can actually do some over here, and if you have to go back toward the end to do some, you can. It'll actually. It's not doing it now for some reason, but yeah, there you go. It'll actually let you go to the end, and it takes you to the end of the video. Okay, so really that's about it. Now, if you make any mistakes, like I said, you can always go right here and hit this and keep hitting it until you erase certain things that you've done earlier. You know, that's fine, and then you can just go back and fix whatever you did. And really that's about it. The more advanced features, like I said, I can do that on a separate upload or a separate tutorial. I didn't want to overdo it with you because I know just learning the basics is very difficult. It took me forever to learn these basics. And the next upload will probably end up being how to create your own music. So I hope this video was helpful for you. And we're going to go ahead and conclude. Okay guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, just leave me a comment below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I always reply to all my comments. So if you have any questions, I promise I'll answer them the best I can. If I have to do another upload to explain the more advanced features, I sure will do that as well. So give me a thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. I need that support. You know, subscribe if you haven't already. I really need you guys. Thank you so much. Peace.